Welcome to timeless classical beauty. Take a slow breath. Today, we travel not only through space, but through time, to southern Spain, to the hill of Sabica, where the Alhambra rises like a dream carved in stone. As the sun lifts over the Sierra Nevada, snow still clinging to its peaks, the Alhambra awakens. From above, its red walls glow softly, suspended between sky and earth, watching over Granada as it has for centuries. These walls are made of humble clay and stone, yet they hold the memory of an empire. At dawn, the Alcazaba fortress burns gently in warm light, reminding us that strength does not always need grandeur to endure. Water begins to move. In a long, still pool, the Comer's tower appears perfectly reflected. Here, water is not decoration, it is philosophy. It calms the mind, mirrors the soul, and slows the passing of time. Cypress trees sway lightly against the red walls. Their movement is subtle, almost meditative, as if nature itself were breathing alongside the palace. The gate of justice opens. Its monumental arch reveals layers of meaning carved into stone: protection, faith, authority. Every visitor who passed beneath it once knew they were entering a sacred world. In the gardens, sunlight filters through orange leaves, scattering golden patterns across the ground. The air feels alive, scented with blossoms, carried by a quiet Andalusian breeze. From the palace windows, the Albaycin unfolds below, white houses stacked along the hillside. A city of lives, prayers, and stories, watched silently by the Alhambra above. A Moorish guard stands still beneath a tiled archway. His presence is calm, disciplined, timeless. Behind him, geometry repeats endlessly, a reminder that order is beauty. On the walls, Arabic calligraphy whispers a single message again and again: only God is victorious. It is not a boast, it is humility carved into plaster. We enter the Hall of the Ambassadors. The space expands, light rising upward, drawing the eye toward infinity. This was the political heart of the Nasra kingdom. Above, the wooden ceiling forms a celestial map of stars, a vision of heaven, reminding rulers that their power exists beneath something far greater. Colored glass softens the sunlight, casting moving shadows across the floor. Time feels suspended, measured only by light. At eye level, azulejos, ceramic tiles, interlock in perfect mathematical harmony. Every angle calculated, every pattern endless. The court of the myrtles lies in stillness. Arches double themselves in water, reality and reflection becoming one. Muqarnas cascade from columns like stone honeycombs. They seem impossibly delicate, yet have survived centuries of change. An architect traces geometry on parchment. Here, art is science. Beauty is built on knowledge, less than. In the Hall of the Two Sisters, the dome rises like frozen starlight. Light moves slowly across stucco, revealing texture, depth, patience. Through a keyhole arch, a sunlit courtyard appears, framed, controlled, serene. The architecture teaches the eye how to rest. Symmetry reigns everywhere. Nothing dominates. Everything belongs. The Court of the Lions opens wide. Marble columns gleam, surrounding a fountain carried by 12 stone lions, less than. Water flows gently from their mouths, guided through narrow channels in the floor. Sound replaces silence, soft, constant, soothing. A sultan crosses the courtyard, silk robes whispering over marble. Life here moves with grace, not haste. Women of the court rest beside the fountain, cooling their hands in water. Moments of stillness matter. Mint tea is poured slowly into a gold-rimmed glass. Steam rises. Time slows. Beyond the palace, the Generalife Gardens unfold. Water jets arc gracefully along long channels, catching the light. Roses and jasmine bloom. Peacocks wander freely. This is a paradise shaped by care. Music drifts from a shaded pavilion, the oud strings vibrating softly through the air. Not to entertain crowds, but to nourish the spirit. Curtains breathe with the wind. Jewels rest quietly on cushions. Luxury here whispers, never shouts. From a balcony, the Sultan looks out over Granada. A ruler, yes, but also a man bound to fate. Servants pass with fruit and sweets. Light filters through wooden lattice screens, breaking the world into patterns. In a quiet corner, a cat sleeps on warm stone. Life continues, indifferent to power. Steam rises in the hammam. Star-shaped skylights puncture the dome, reminding the body to relax. A quill dips into ink. Poetry flows. Words preserve what stone cannot. But history turns. Sultan Boabdil sits uneasy upon his throne. A messenger arrives. Terms of surrender are delivered. Outside the gates, Ferdinand and Isabella wait. The air is heavy. Boabdil hands over the great iron key. Loss is written across his face. The hall of the ambassadors stands empty. Sound fades. Power departs. The sun sets red over the walls. A candle burns low. Boabdil rides away, looking back one last time. A tear falls, the Moor's last sigh. Evening stills the fountains. New flags rise. Rooms are abandoned, yet the walls remember. A bird lifts from the towers. Doors close. Light disappears. Today, visitors walk quietly through the Alhambra. Restorers clean tiles with patient hands. Care replaces conquest. At night, the palace glows beneath the moon. Reflections ripple in dark water. The Alhambra remains, not as a symbol of loss, but of continuity, a place where beauty heals, and memory endures. Thank you for walking gently through history with us. If this journey brought you calm, insight, or wonder, please subscribe to the channel to continue exploring timeless beauty together. We look forward to seeing you again in the next chapter of history.